hoje deu tempo de jogar um pouquinho aqui. Deixa eu ver se o áudio tá suave aqui na live rapidão. Eu nem lembro de onde eu parei, velho. Não consigo jogar todo dia e acaba que esquece um porco. Só confirmar o áudio aqui. Tá suave, tá suave. Beleza, então vamos embora então, vambora. Deixa eu pegar. Ah, eu tenho que ir lá no Host Club. Será que aqui eu já tô infiltrado ou eu tenho que pegar as primeiras instruções ainda? Rostov. Fala, Rostov.
Time you showed up. All right, I
no,
want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out.
Não, não vou ser folgado com ele não.
Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal?
Porra.
Fine. Have it your way. Apparently. So why are you targeting a Gall Bank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest? Playing it safe for now. Okay. But let's make one thing clear. If I'm gonna stick my neck out by helping you get near Dombrowski, I want something.
It would seem we have little choice in the matter. We should hear him.
Well, it appears we have a mind reader. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. That's a disturbing way to put it. But I suppose that's the best offer I'm gonna get. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be to get what you need. You're gonna have to attend the gala. Talk to his fellow.
Oh no. Is shooting everyone an option? Alternately shooting ourselves to avoid it?
Tipo isso.
Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing. Get inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Dryden equips all of their Starliners with the latest, meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship. Security will be alerted and all. Anyway, I suppose that's enough. Oh, I know plenty. Neva and I were working out something. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah? And I suppose it's just a coincidence you happen to be asking me about the very thing, Nate. I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here. Yeah? Funny you're only bringing that up. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork. So tell me, what's the status of your plan? I once saw Neva stripped down and you seasick. If that doesn't put your concerns to rest, I don't know what will. Now tell me, what about the status of you? Okay, now let me point. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the stuff. I'd press her to read. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms. Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
Oh. Então temos 3 objetivos. Mate Larry, sociedade sobre Larry.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing COs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't act much like a captain at all.
Between you and me,
These
the best
newer
part of my
vessels
job is
more or
getting a
less
crack
run
at all the
autonomous,
leftovers from the dining
which
area
doesn't
profession.
leave much for the crew to do around here.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield Bowl.
This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels.
Como é que sobe lá?
Trident must have
Não, véi. Fez um reparinho no aparelho, meu Deus, já tá começando a doer já. Foda. Podia ter como aqui nesse jogo dar a opção de você mudar o objetivo, porque às vezes você tá na missão que tem 2 objetivos, igual essa aqui. Aí você podia ter como você mudar pro outro, que esse te mostra o caminho, né, velho? Em vez de você ficar rodando essa bosta.
You're a guest of Captain Rokov,
O
right?
chão aqui tá mostrando a rota lá pro... Mas não tá me parecendo que tem uma escada aqui, deixa eu ver. Vamos ver. Não vou pegar nada contrabandeado não, depois é foda. Oba, tudo bom, querido? Objetivo é ali. Tá, deixa eu salvar aqui, se eu precisar recarregar aqui, fodeu. Cadê aqui? Beleza. Se eu precisar, já tô na cara do gol.
Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the awards. Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the tram. Why do you ask?
Eu adoraria ver aqueles ali.
Forget it. I refuse to have a repeat of last year's fiasco, where the winner's name is safely sealed away with the award itself, inside the master safe located at the... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important...
Mas eu consigo entrar aqui sem tocar o puteiro?
I have been thinking about what we talked about before. We spoke of the difference between having a purpose and having goals. I believed you, but thinking more, perhaps I have been single-minded in my pursuits. I have always believed
Por que você tá falando disso agora, velho?
much to be where
No
I
meio da
am
missão?
now. Thank you. I have always believed. I have told you that I am not one to No, that is not what I am trying to... I promised to provide for my family. That I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping. We were taught from a very young age that family always comes first. I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite. I often find other people complicated and confusing. It seemed. Until now, I have disagreed strongly, but therein lies. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether. I appreciate that more than you know.
Do nada, mano. Passar aqui pra não ter que ficar nesse diálogo de novo. Dá pra entrar aqui, querido? Não tô com o zaralho não, tá suave.
If this is not the very definition of decadence, I do not know what is.
Descubra como acessar o cofre.
Welcome to the purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murat.
Ela tá desanimada.
I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by present. Is there anything else I can? Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip. Have a safe journey.
Ali, ó. Adquirir a chave. Pergunte. Tá. Banheirinho, pessoal. O pessoal tá no banheirinho, será? O detentor da key. Da chave. Voltei pra cá, pensei que tá. Trocar
Must you
ideia com a Ed
continue
aqui.
these unwelcome interruptions?
Nossa, aí não vai dar não.
Probably in a few days. I don't want the award transfer. Of course, if...
Não, velho, mas eu tenho que falar isso daqui agora.
Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I... And why in goodness name would I...
Puta, fudeu. Fudeu, não tem persuasão automática. Resolver sim, pá.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, I hope so.
Prometo isso vai ficar assim.
Don't...
Ai, fudeu! Puta merda, mano.
I should say so.
Caralho.
On behalf of myself and the entire team at Trident Luxury Lines, we wish to thank
I hope whatever you took is worth the risk.
Eu não peguei, não foi a chave do negócio, não, velho. Não, a chave tá lá do outro lado. Amigão, finge que eu não tô aqui. Ixi, não dá pra furtar, velho.
Go do something useful, okay?
Pera aí. Será que tem jeito dessa mulher aqui dar moral, velho?
If you have any
Ai, foda-se. Deixa eu falar com esse cara aqui, vamos ver o que vai dar. Não, mas aí vai zoar o rolê todo. Deixa eu ver se aquela mulher ali tem como fazer ela ajudar a gente. Que eu salvei no 46. Puta merda, mas aqui vai ser antes de eu ter trocado ideia com ela, não será?
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties.
Must you continue these?
Preciso da chave. Do nada, mano. Esse cara é louco demais.
And why in goodness?
Não tenho certeza.
I'm glad.
Só vai embora quando você. Que bom que tá começando. Não mudou, não. Só vai embora quando você me disser o que eu preciso saber.
Maybe we can work.
Tenho certeza que podemos pensar em ela.
I hear you.
Porra, aí é foda, hein? Tenho certeza que dá pra todo mundo sair com a dele nesse cara.
I'd like to think. Oh, just take the damn thing. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the.
Caralho. E a mulher que tá lá na frente do trem lá, será que ela vai endoidar o cabeção? Deixa eu salvar, deixa eu salvar. Eu posso correr aqui, eu não posso? Não, pensei que ele dava a visão lá pra baixo.
If the rest of this ship is any indication, I imagine there is an incredible amount of wealth stored in there right now.
I'm sorry. It's against Trident policy to I don't want to lose my job.
Tenho certeza que você vai acabar.
Yeah, I
Ah,
hope
já
so.
deu.
All right, but you didn't hear this from me. Do you? I like Captain Rokov, but I think he's mixed up with some. I was bringing some paperwork to his quarters one day, and I found that would
Ish.
normally be fine, but the message mentions the Crimson Fleet. If we want to grab it, the slate should still be in his quarters.
Pessoal gosta de uma fofoca, mano. Não tem base não, Zé. O pessoal não perde uma oportunidade pra dar uma fofocada. Vai meter o pé, moça? Sai vazada, pô. Será que ela vai endoidar? Eu tô com a chave, hein, mulher. Vou dar uma chegadinha aqui rapidão, tá? Só de quebrado. Viu nada, hein? Andreja, que susto. Viu nada, hein, moça? Tá safe, tá safe. Vou salvar, galera. Tô tranquilo. Anda como se nada tivesse acontecido. Pra começar a correr. Do que varia. Vamos lá embaixo, vamos lá embaixo. Trocar ideia com os visitantes. Pergunte a visitantes da sociedade sobre Léo e Dobrowski. Nossa, tem que dar uma volta toda.
Captain Rokov said you're allowed in.
Já tá cansado já, velho. Puta que pariu. Nunca correu na vida.
An open bar would have been nice.
Não gosto de ficar pisando nesse negócio de vidro, mano. Ainda mais indo pro espaço ainda. Coisa pouca, de leve.
Horrid.
Caralho, isso daqui é um planeta, mané. Puta que pariu.
What brings you aboard? Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for...
Nossa, véi. Olha o anel vazando ali. Caralho, que visu.
Please remember to obey all posted safety and muster
Ah, cadê o objetivo do trem?
Here for business or pleasure? Hello. Are you a member of the society? The society chair is really out. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Larry has an A-level executive rating over at Galbank, which means he has access to everyone's accounts. Haven't we already?
Já é verdade.
Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Desculpa, cara.
That
view is absolutely
spectacular.
His behavior towards women is abominable. That man really ought to be. Nice to
Entendi,
admit.
cavaleiro.
I certainly hope that Dombrowski is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his...
Então, o cara é um filho da puta mesmo.
That's all then? Okay.
I certainly hope they I heard it's fitted with 12 internally flawless too. Let's put it this way. He screwed over so many people. If he suddenly disappeared from the universe, I don't think...
Não sabia.
Well, that was boring.
Os caras falaram que eu não posso estar matando, não, porque tem muito guarda, né? Mas é sempre uma opção.
Yes, he's some kind of a top dog over at Galbank. I heard he replaced someone that was caught running a big loan scheme. Enjoy the rest of the event.
So, what brings you aboard?
Quite a lovely starline. He's been spending a lot of time with Claudius.
Kristen Stewart?
Quality time, if you catch me. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Falo sim, cadê ela?
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times.
Ixi, vai pra cá, velho. Ah, fui voltar umas 10 vezes já nessa bosta. Vambora. Tem que falar com a Kristen Stewart ali. Aí ela liga. Porra, bonita, hein?
Okay, wait. Are you seriously? Are you?
Que isso?
I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone. I can't. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friend. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works. So let's skip. What's it gonna take to make us both happy?
Ah, tá ligeiro.
If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, all I'm doing is endangering myself.
Porra, vai por mim, nós estamos livres.
I'd love to see that man suffer.
Vou achar as funções de jeito dele.
Are you kidding?
Puta
The
que
fact that we're
pariu.
even speaking tells me I'm already dead in the water.
Tem informações pra...
I should make him pay for doing this to me.
Baixa as relações. Ah, foda-se. Ah, caralho.
Have an undercover division. Can we stop playing games and... You know what? Forget it. The price of doing business by slinging mud is way... You're willing to pay me to give you dirt on Larry? Sorry, I thought... You know, this whole thing...
Stanga.
Larry and I had the perfect scheme where thousands of credits all work.
I do not understand. Your anger is focused on Mr. Dombrowski, but...
If you had to work near him day in and day out, I think you'd understand. He's a disgusting... Yeah, I'm getting... Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some big wiggle. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. Sure. I hope you hurt Dombrowski.
Cadê o Gabriel Vera? Quer ver? Eu vou ter que voltar lá pra baixo. Olha lá. É ballroom, velho. Eu pensei que era death room. Caralho, não sabe nem ler direito, pô. Querem traduzir a parada. Cacete, cadê a escada? Ah, tá aqui. Viajei. Não, velho, maluco já tá cansado, que isso? Eu não tô carregando peso não, ué. Tô não. Deixa eu aproveitar que eu tô aqui e salvar essa bosta. Captar de segurança? Nossa, velho, começou a dar a corzinha ali, ó. Puta que pariu, mano. Isso daqui é o melhor bar da história, hein? Olha isso aqui. Caralho, mané. Que isso, velho. Aí.
Have you tried the canapés? Horrid. Positive.
Hello.
Horrid.
You here? Dombrowski, he's the exec holding court.
Yeah, sorry. I work for UC Security, not Galbank.
I don't... Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch... Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong.
We both know exactly who...
Worried? Why should I? Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security...
Society chair has really outdone herself this time. The society chair...
E volto com arrependido.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up and I guarantee that embassy. Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera. Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report it. I think the best chance we have will be to tamper with the life support. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure.
Agreed. The consequences of getting it wrong would be disastrous.
You don't need to know anything about the system. All you need to do is access the maintenance area and throw... One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling thing. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here and won't be long. Don't you have somewhere to be?
pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hey, hold up. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest, right? Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do? Oh, sorry that there... No, sorry. Trident regular. Look, I'm not trying. Oh, really? Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and maybe you can hold. Feel free.
This is well maintained, to be sure, but obviously the credits have all been spent on the areas the guests actually see.
Vai-se embora, rapaz.
Much nicer here now. Plenty of room.
Baixo, por baixo, por baixo. Deixa eu passar aqui por ele.
A sharp contrast from the crew quarters, is it not?
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergence. It's time you stopped playing games. I always took him for a fool. But I can't believe he's still... Why would I possibly want to incriminate myself? I don't know where you got that information from, but it lines up with all the trouble. That means my money's already gone. And Dombrowski's... I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't want to end up on the Crimson Fleet's shit list. But if I give you that information, it falls into the wrong hands.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a...
At least I walk away with something. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass. Just remember that you promised to leave me. You better tell Dombrowski to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
E agora o bagulho vai ficar doido. Até salvar aqui.
Our security team would appreciate if you please shelter your...
Pelo menos eu tenho a persuasão automática.
Well. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter. Excellent, excellent. So, first, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud Galbank. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent. Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire... I pride myself on having an intensely thorough education, though I'd hardly call myself. Though I'm sure that your compliment also meant you were having trouble in blunt terms, you have compromising materials about me in your possession. I assume that's what you've been angling for all along?
There'll be much more of this. My head.
Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Oh, it was actually a rather easy deduction to make. It's the only thing of significant value that I... It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Oh, of course I trust you'll understand if I ask
Cara, cuzão, velho.
any... Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly... What did you...
Será que se eu matar esse cara aqui vai dar ruim, velho? Tô querendo meter um tirão na cara dele. Cara babaca pra cacete, velho. Deixa eu ver qual das minhas armas aqui tem silenciadores, velho. Deixa eu ver se vai dar bom. Se der ruim eu volto. Esse dele é um silenciador, né? Ficando logo milanês com o silenciador, cantante realista de tiros sensíveis. Esse dele não é silenciador, não. Essa daqui tem silenciador. Sacira X2311. Então, otário.
No. Please.
Como é que você tá falando? Eu já te matei já.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Ver se tem mais alguma coisa interessante. Não vou pegar nada contrabandeado, não. Ficar safe. Não tem mais nada importante aqui não. Fechar a porta, é isso? Tomar no cu desse malandro aí. Puta, fudeu. Por que você tá atirando em mim? Por que ele tá atirando em mim? Ninguém entrou aqui, velho. Ninguém viu o cara. Por que ele tá atirando em mim, Zé? Caralho, não faz nem sentido, mano. Faz nem sentido, velho. Os caras tá... Ah, mano. Pensei que ia dar bom, velho. Dei só um tequinho ali, tranquilo. É, não dá pra matar ele e sair na surdina, não, velho. Tem que deixar o vagabundo vivo. Eu vou pegar esses trecos aqui, filho. Eu já tive que gastar uma graninha com o pessoal lá.
Well, looks like everything... I wish you hadn't blown away the gambling bet at Sandy. I'm glad you feel that way. Just remember to tell Delgado how much. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling? Ah, so he told you to keep it from me. I wouldn't want you to risk your position with a fleet like I did. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining. I owe you one.
Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive
Nonsense.
further
If there's one universal constant you can depend on, it's that. Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hope.
This ship is in a state of emergency. Please return to your...
Bicho já tá morrendo já, velho. Pode correr não. Nossa senhora, como é que grava a saída desse lugar aqui, velho? O trem é grande demais, tá doido. Não, tá cheio de treco aqui, velho. Mannequin. Vambora. Boa! Olha o bichão aqui. Nossa, vai dar até uma sensação diferente. Tá doido. Tamanho do bicho. Olha lá. Ai, eu tenho que descer lá. Pensei que eu tinha que ir na nave dos caras lá da UC passar informação. Nossa, o negócio tá com volume aqui, velho.
You are the greatest. No, no, better than the greatest. I know that's grammatically impossible, but somehow you managed to do it.
Tá, vamos lá. Doideira isso aqui. Bonito, viu?
I do find that statue pleasing. I wonder if it matches the original vision of the artist, or if they changed the design as they worked on it. I am thankful these days are quick.
Districts.
Wow, you look completely different. I feel
The lives of nearly every individual in the settled systems
Ih, agarrei.
so heavily influenced by what goes on in this building.
Hello, welcome to the... Just one moment while I... Oh, yes, Mr. Dombrowski. No, please don't make.
Tá bom, velho.
No. Look, this is my first day on the job. Everything checks out. There we go.
Ixi. Olha o B.O. aí. Olha. Estou atirando em quem? Caralho. Desceu um boladão ali, velho. Desceu um boladão ali que eu vi. Ai. Vou pôr minhas armas aqui, boa mesmo, foda-se. Se fudeu. Errei pra caralho. Toma. Me dá munição aí, filho. Ai, tomei tirão nas costas. Nossa, mano. Ah, tá ali, ó. Como é que você tá atirando em mim assim, ô ganso? Oi, minhas armas tá tudo com pouca munição, tá dentro. Que isso, mano? Você tá sambando na minha frente, cuzão? Dá um tirão na cara aí pra você ficar ligeiro. Toma. Você tá blindado, tio? Toma uns bocão aí com minha arminha de chumbinho aí. Entendeu nada. Entendeu nada. Entendeu nada. Ai, acabou. Mata ele, André. Olha lá, 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 lá. Foi pro caralho. 10 milão essa arminha. Eu vou até salvar o tempo da live aqui. Vamos fazer um cortezão depois, poderia.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Cadê o otário? Recarregou. Recarregou. Essa daqui falta também. Pouca munição também. Daqui tem muito. Vou abrir todas aqui que vai pegar uma informação diferente. Ainda pra usar depois. Posso ir embora? Dá pra sair daqui direto? Opa, apertei o botão errado. Bora. Pra fazer a droga aí, pra fazer. Caralho, mano. Planetão doideira. cropa aí. Fale com o delegado. Vai dar merda, vai dar merda. Vai dar merda, vai dar merda, vai. Vai dar merda, vai. Deixa eu ver se pá, eu já até vendo alguns itens aqui, deixa eu ver o que eu peguei, cara. Essa arminha aqui é violenta. Só que tipo assim, eu tô com essa 119 e essa 207. As duas usam a mesma munição, velho. Cadê? Castigador 120. Cadê a outra? Long shot. Eu tô com essa e essa daqui. Canadá, essa daqui causa mais dano enquanto usa armadura, pequena chance de equilibrar. Frenesi, pequena chance de causar frenesi. Nós 56 mil essa arma, velho. Que isso? Não, tá. Se eu der uma upadinha nessa arma aqui, ela fica 1000 graus demais, velho. Vou deixar na outra lá por enquanto. Que isso? Que susto. Cadê o lugar que eu compro munição aqui, velho? Tem não? Ah, vambora. Putz. Mas olha isso aí. Eu acho que aqui é, deixa eu ver. Não vende. Vende de hack, foda-se, eu vou comprar que esse trem que é bom. Os trajes já estão tudo melhor que o meu já. Nossa, que doideira. Quanto que é esse aqui? 15 mil. Vontade de comprar só pelo roleplay. Que doideira, velho. Ah, eu vou comprar, foda-se, bonitão. Deixar guardadinho lá.
See ya. Always ask for a bigger cut.
Need
It's
something?
all about making those
Just to make it.
Tá, vende com isso, mãe. Já jantei, mãe. Já jantei. Obrigado.
If you need credits, hit up the mission boards at the core.
Ô, buceta. Onde é que sobe aqui, velho?
See anything you like? Hey.
Munição. É bom eu olhar a munição que eu preciso antes de eu comprar. Caralho, velho. Burrice. Material alienígena.
Don't miss me too much.
Nunca acho das munição dessa arma aqui, velho. Daqui usa munição 43 MI, não acho, velho. Calibre 50, não acho. Cartucho sem estojo. Calibre 45, 43 Ultramag. 43 Ultramag tinha ali.
Don't even try to rip me off. We can talk about whatever.
Vamos pra tudo, foda-se. Calibre 45.
Don't be a stranger.
Yes, aqui é o médico. Tá, vamos lá. Porra, mano, difícil achar os lugares aqui, isso tá doido.
You check out the Reckoner's core? She's a beaut, ain't she?
Ai, mano, vai ficar parado na minha frente aí. Esse aí que tava aberto ali embaixo. Salva.
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on. Yeah, Dad?
All right, neighbor, you've made your... Well, since you're vouching for Rokov, I guess we can give him another chance. All right, now that is out of the way, we can move... Speaking of which, let me see that data you got. Ah, so the Galbank transport... Neighbor?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And... damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing. Yeah, sure. We'll just wrap your ship in a ton of copper and launch you right in there.
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Creeks hit the same roadblock.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time.
That's the spirit, Rook. That is the essence of... Neighbor, the Galbank data says the transport had a CBR-27 transponder.
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling. But before you get that pissy look on your face, we grab that little beauty and we'll...
All right, here is the plan, so shut up. Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that comms. In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas.
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the comm spike with Jazz.
As far as I'm concerned, you're the best damn pilot in the fleet, and drinks are on me.
I promise. You're gonna write that in your...
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's reach of Creeks' negative. Now, both of you, get the hell out.
All right. Let's get... What is it?
Ela é tiradora. É, anda rápido, mano. Todo NPC nesse jogo anda devagar pra caralho. Puta que pariu.
I always thought heat leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to raise one as a pet.
E ela tá com o mesmo penteado que eu. A escada desceu rápido, os caras não conseguem fazer animação de descer degrau por degrau.
If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing.
All right. Let's get right to it.
Nossa, aí me pegou pra caralho. Será que eu passo ou será que eu fico? Ganhar confiança.
Look at that. You followed my... Of course, it would have been more money if you hadn't blabbed about the damn thing to roll call. But that's on you. Anyway, here's your... All right, fleet. We've all
3.000? Ah, não,
so let's get to
vale nada. Ah, 12.000. 12.000 já é mais considerável. Acroplar. Vou passar as informações lá. Não? Apertei o botão errado. Nossa, ainda bem que carregou. Né? Bora.
I saw one of the ensigns get an Alpha.
So I heard there was a bit of excitement on the siren of the star. Yes, and I heard there were no casualties.
Except for the eclectic hit squad that you took down at the archives. You've taken care of it.
Speaking of which, I assume you copied the info. Let me see what you got. So the Legacy went down at Bannock 4.
Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant, sir. There isn't a ship in the fleet that could safely get near that type of work. It sounds like you admire that lunatic. I think his gospel's gone straight to your head. Maybe we made a mistake choosing you for this assignment.
Que isso?
That's enough, Lieutenant. Even if Delgado has an immediate solution to the EM problem, there's still the matter of tracing the Legacy's transport. They have information about the comms?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that device, sir.
No, you shouldn't be familiar with it. It's an advanced signal decryption and tracking device that the UC Navy's been working on for years.
There must be an information leak somewhere, sir. It's the only thing. I'll see what I can find out.
Fine. You keep playing along and go after the comm spike. Lieutenant Toft and I was... I don't see the point. Crimson Fleet apparently has a pipeline. Any attempt to move the comms? Perfect. Just stick with the plan and we'll see.
Aí. Aí tem que voltar lá, vai a chave de novo. Vai e volta, vai e volta, vai e volta. Use uma dessas áreas na frente registrada. Modificar ou melhorar. Eu não sei como é que registra não, amigão. Como é que eu faço isso? Porra, entendi como é que registra. Ah, meu registro. Eu nem sabia que eu tinha essa nave aqui, velho. Que nave que é essa aqui? Nave principal. Ah, é porque eu tô rodando com ela pra fazer os bagulho, velho. Aí... Oh, caralho. Eu tô rodando a outra nave lá pra disfarçar o rolê. Não tem nem arma no trem, fiz só pra ir mesmo. Eu não consigo nem mexer no baú da nave. Nem me liguei que eu tava nessa porcaria. Agora vai começar outra fase da missão. Então eu vou salvar e depois nós continuemos.